Are you fucking kidding me, Tony Khan? It's just a little bit of a spoiler, everyone. I hold no damn ill will towards Tony Khan or anything. But, dude, this review is going to be freaking long. Maybe let me have like an hour plus long. I hope to God it's not that long. But, oh my God. Are you fucking serious, Tony Khan? What the hell was a main event last night for AEW Dynasty 2025? Mike and Zach Ray listening around late in this podcast. Oh my God, that's going to be a fucking big time rant. Because my God, I'm sorry for stopping the F-bomb so many times. I'll probably get like, oh, look, this guy's like, look, it's like they get no sponsors out of us. Well, it needs to be said. It needs to be said. That freaking Dynasty main event last night. I already have freaking voice crack less than a minute in this podcast. That Dynasty main event last night was the worst main event of all time for AEW. Big time. It's not even close. Yeah, it's like they doubled themselves with Ian Cope and John Moxley last for the Revolution in 2025. It's like they try to, oh, this is one of the worst main events of all time according to the fans. Tony Khan goes a month later, hold my beer. Maybe I can get another worse main event than the Cope and John Moxley. Oh my fucking God, man. What the flying hell are we doing? What are we doing? I cannot believe it. It's not even the fact that Swerve did not win. Yeah, I really wanted Swerve to win. He had to win. But, dude, the fucking Young Bucks, EVP's this company, helping out the stable that's basically killing AEW. What the flying hell are we doing? What kind of logic is that, Tony? What kind of fucking logic is that? You ought to be a freaking shame to yourself, Tony Khan. You ought to be a freaking shame to yourself. We're going to discuss Dynasty this week, and welcome everyone to your new episode of No Miss Lucas. I know I'm a crazy lunatic, probably. Some people might. Just now, from now, see me on YouTube or any audio platforms you listen as well. You can get Louder's podcast early on Patreon. Go sign up for $5 on patreon.com/NoMrLucas. Oh my God, man. I just can't believe what I just saw last night. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch until the next morning. Thank fucking God I did. Because if I stay up till freaking midnight, the rest of the IWC did, oh boy, I'll be a very even pissed off man even more. But I did. I actually slept during. I actually fell asleep during the show. It was freaking boring. This is one of the worst pay-per-views of all time for AEW. Not a freaking voice crack. It's not the worst main events of all time. This pay-per-view fucking sucked, man. I might be very generous with his overall show grade. I really might be him. Rated Dynasty introduction. I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Swerve to not win, and then the fact that John Moxley had the Young Bucks help him. Oh my freaking God, man. What are we doing? We're discussing Will Ospreay in one of the few bright spots of the show. Defeats Kevin Knight in the first round match of the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament to start the show. Austin Hurt Syndicate defeat Bryan Keith in Big Bell to Learn Tree to retain the AEW World Trios Tag Team Championships or Trios Championships. Do you care? I don't really care for that match whatsoever. And it should not been on pay-per-view, dude. We're also discussing my girl Mercedes Moné. Well, I love dearly, man. I really do. But this match was not the greatest on paper. It wasn't the greatest going out either. Was it decent for what it was? Yes, but there was a lot of botches in this match. When we get into it, Mercedes Moné defeating Julia Hart. The first round match of the men's women's Owen Hart Cup tournament match. Also, the Death Riders defeat Rated FTR to retain the AEW World Trios Championships. And after the match, FTR destroyed Cope. I went through the Cope, freaking my upper exaggerated Cope, the name Cope. But I'm not going to be doing that because I'm just really pissed off, man. Pissed off at the main event last night for Dynasty. We're also discussing Toni Storm defeated Megan Bayne to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Discuss that. I flip up my freaking notes here. I didn't care if you hear my paper shot. I don't care. Because I'm so pissed off, man. It's not even the fact, oh, Lucas, you don't know like me. You just get pissed off over wrestling, really? Maybe because Tony Khan made me feel that way. How about this freaking show sucked? Any questions? No. We're moving on. We're on the Kyle Fletcher defeated Mark Briscoe in the first round matchup of men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Also, some Bandido defeats Chris Jericho. Hi, guys. How you doing, guys? How you doing, buddy? You doing good? No, AEW freaking sucked last night. Of course I'm not doing good. Yeah, man. So some Bandido defeating Chris Jericho to win the Ring of Honor World Championship. Because Adam Cole defeating Daniel Garcia to win the AEW TNT Championship. This is why I kind of felt like it was weird moments. Once I read all the news and everything, all this the matches, placement, the rest of the show. This was this weird feeling that Swerve was going to lose. Because they had back-to-back matches between Bandido and Chris Jericho, and Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia winning championships. New champions being crowned. So I was freaking worried, and lo and behold, that happened. But also, there's another spot that I did not think that was Kenny Omega. He defeats SpeedBall and Mike Bailey and Ricochet to retain the AEW International Championship. And after the match, Kazuchika Okada reigned defend AEW Continental Champion. Appears and basically teases a title versus title match, probably unification match, with Okada and Omega. And saying that all along, man, the reports came out that Okada and Omega could be going on a collision course, so title versus title. Let's unify those championships. You do not need both those titles whatsoever. Like I said, we're going to be discussing the Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland, where Jon Moxley defeats Swerve Strickland retain. In the main event to retain the AEW World Championship. Thanks to the Young Bucks, Matthew, and Nicholas Jackson. Those freaking idiots, as CM Punk would say. I work with big-time freaking idiots. And this EVP joke I saw on Twitter last night, I completely forgot about the brawl-out situation. He made this big-time joke about him, and he was not being true, honestly, now. I mean, I'm true. And Moxley retains against Swerve Strickland in the AEW World Championship in the main event, thanks to the Young Bucks, become cost and Swerve the match. We didn't have Hangman Adam Page trying to attempt to help Swerve. And ultimately, this is bullshit happened with the Young Bucks, to say the least. Around today's podcast, Scott Dream, maybe is all I was going to say is this year's AEW Dynasty 2025 review. I know Mr. Lucas. Let's start off with the good, shall we? Will Ospreay. Starting with a guess with Will Ospreay defeats Kevin Knight in the first round matchup in the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament to start the show. Give us an A-, so we can great match to start off the show. I think this starts off as a pretty fun match, right? It ended up being a great match on paper, actually. Yes, a pretty fun match going out. And it's not like a Will Ospreay match, dude. He is he's probably he said he's the best professional wrestler on planet Earth right now. But not bad now, she said that whatsoever. Ospreay's freaking great. And Kevin Knight is just as fantastic. Now, he's not as good as Ospreay, but he is definitely very good as Kevin Knight. Very big time impressive Kevin Knight last night, for sure. Could that be because he's been going against Will Ospreay? Even though Kevin Knight had a pretty fun match, though, with Ospreay. This is a freaking banger. This is a banger of a match for sure. Give it an A-. Brilliant way to start the show. Maybe it was not the best match of the night. There was actually another match later on that was actually pretty fun. Right before the debacle of the main event, but that's a different story for another day. You know, it's funny, though. We get the best show of the grade, and later on before the main event. And after that, we get into the worst grade by far. It's funny. I know, it's kind of funny, to say the least. But Ospreay gets to win to start the show, and obviously right outcome. You're not going to have Will Ospreay lose to the first round match against Kevin Knight, dude. He's not known yet to see AEW Dynasty or whatsoever, in all honesty. This is a very fun match, though. I give it an A- to start the show. So hats off to both men for a phenomenal match. Not even a phenomenal, but a very, very great match to start the show. I'll give it an A-. Then the show starts kind of a tiny bit of a nosedive. The Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They defeat Bryan, Keith, and Big Bill the Learning Tree to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. C+ is your grade. Did we really need to have this on the show for the pay-per-view last night, Tony? You could have easily trimmed 1, 2, even 3 matches on the show. You really could have. Okay, one maybe been the special team edition of Dynamite, maybe Mercedes, my name is Julia Hart could have done that, because I don't think that match didn't be pay-per-view last night whatsoever. And I love Mercedes to death. But this absolutely freaking did not need to be on the pay-per-view last night. Because you usually see it for Dynamite, for Collision, and oh my god, talk about that freaking voice crack. My voice is freaking spent from yesterday's podcast, probably even spending more after the freaking review I'm about to do. Hurt Syndicate get the win, and it just didn't need to be on the pay-per-view, though. This does not need to be on the pay-per-view whatsoever. You know, Hurt Syndicate are very fun. I love Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. I really do. But I cannot stand Lauren Tree. Out Chris Jericho, with Chris Jericho, I just can't stand him. I can't stand him. What do you want me to say? C plus is your freaking grade. The Hurt Syndicate get the win. Did you believe that the Hurt Syndicate are going to lose those tag team titles? Don't act like you actually were thinking that way. No way you're going to lose the titles to the Big Bill and Bryan Keith team. C plus is your freaking grade. Moving on to my girl, Mercedes Mone. I would like to be over-exaggerating how much I love her, but I'm not in the mood right now, bro. I'm not in the mood right whatsoever, in all honesty. My voice is about to collapse, man. It really is. I need a drink big time. I'm not going to go after this review and get a freaking drink after this freaking review is published on YouTube and all the other audio platforms. Moving on, my girl, Mercedes Mone. She defeats Julia Hart in the first round match of the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. This has started off, got a little bit of a big-time slow start. Mercedes was botching a little bit. Julia Hart was botching a lot, honestly, in this match. Julia Hart is very still green. She is very green. But still, it was not a bad match. It's not the worst match. It's not like a Britt Baker Mercedes Monday match all in London last year. No, God, it's not that bad. Like, there was still some decent things in this match you can actually go upon with this. But still, this is not the best match Mercedes had in the last 6 months whatsoever, in all honesty, though. Not even close. Give it B-. I love Mercedes' gear, though. She always looks phenomenal. I love the red gear. She always looks phenomenal last night. What else says a woman cannot do wrong is beyond me. But in all honesty, this did not be in a pay-per-view last night. This definitely did not need to be in a pay-per-view going in. And definitely not going on, especially with the freaking outcome we got in the main event. It's not affecting Mercedes or Julia Hart. I'm not going to get it twisted. But the show this was so freaking long. It was beyond long. So much that I fell asleep midway through the beginning of the show. Right after this Mercedes Mone match. Don't get it twisted. But I watched it obviously this next morning. It was freaking boring. Boring and freaking awful was that main event. Oh my God, man. This is no longer going to be my girl Mercedes Mone and Julia Hart. It was a decent match, but there was a lot of boxing. I absolutely hated the finish, too. With Mercedes rolling up Julia Hart, because both women's matches ended in a roll-up last night. Talk about phenomenal creative right there, Tony. Said nobody ever. What the heck? Both women's matches last night ended in a freaking basically the same outcome. With a roll-up. A freaking roll-up. My God, man. What are we doing? This gets no rate of B-. Yeah, I expect Mercedes to win. Don't get me wrong. I love to see Mercedes get more W's. Might be unpopular take to some people, but still. B- is your grade. Moving on to Death Riders. Julia Yuta, Playa Castagnoli, and Pac. If he rated FTR with Dax Hart and Cash Wheeler and Cope, I would do my exaggerated Cope saying, but my voice is about to collapse. I got a lot more content to do. Cope, and obviously known as Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, and Dax Hart and Cash Wheeler, or the FTR guys. They defeated the Death Riders that maybe so they retained the AEW World Trios Championships. And after the match, FTR, at least start with Dax Hart, basically hit a pile driver to Cope. And Cash Wheeler was so stunned and everything. Because then eventually, Dax Hart got 2 steel chairs, and we want to give it to Dax Hart with, or Cash Wheeler, excuse me. But Cash obviously pushed Dax Harwood. But ultimately pick up Cope and hit the shatter machine on Adam Copeland. Let's just call him Adam Copeland. I hate calling him Cope. He hit the shatter machine on Adam Copeland, and my God, dude, this is a freaking beatdown. This was actually pretty. I like this better than the freaking match big time. Because I hate trios matches. You know about that. You know that. Trios matches can freaking go to trios. Tugs can freaking go down and give a shit. This is no grade of B+ only for the freaking beatdown we gave Adam Copeland for FTR. This was freaking great, dude. This was freaking great with beatdown from FTR to Copeman himself, Adam Copeland. It's no grade of B+. The match was very forgettable, but the beatdown was freaking great. And lo and behold, we'll likely get Christian Cage and Adam Copeland teaming up each other once again to take on FTR. I mean, all in Texas. You know what? Sign me up, dude. That is a freaking match. That was a match. And supposed to be a blessing in disguise. I've seen FTR wrestle the Young Bucks for a 20,000th different time at All In. So very much grateful for that for sure. He's only great with B+. Moving on to Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm. She beats Megan Bayne to retain the AEW Women's World Championship to another freaking roll-up. Just like my girl Mercedes and Julia Hart's outcome. Another freaking roll-up. What are we doing, bro? The match is okay, very good for what it was. But the finish just took me out of this match big time. With another freaking roll. The same outcome basically Mercedes and Julia Hart. Both women's matches last night ended in a freaking roll-up. And that is so freaking redundantly dumb and creative. This is how I'm trying to call it creative, if you ask me. This was freaking, that was insanely bad. But this match, no rating at B-. Solid match, but dude. What does Megan Bayne go from here after she just got her first L on a freaking roll-up? Nonetheless. What are we doing here? What are we freaking doing? B- is your freaking great. I think Toni Storm did win. Obviously, right outcome. Toni Storm's going all the Texas that women's championship. Once again, it's Mercedes Mone, so hopefully God's not we save it for bigger and better things. Maybe it's Athena, maybe it's hoping, but when I picked Jamie Hayter wins the Owen Hart Cup Foundation tournament. To me, that's for Tamara tournament to lose, if you ask me. Moving on, though, the Kyle Fletcher defeats Mark Briscoe in the first round match of the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. He's still grade a B. Pretty good match here last night. Pretty good match for sure. Obviously, it's probably like the third, fourth best match. You got Meg, you got the triple threat match we'll get into in a minute. Also, the opening match with Ospreay and Kevin Knight. And also, Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia is not a bad match. You're getting to that as well. This is probably tied with Cole and Garcia, in all honesty. But still, a very fun match. Very fun match for sure, if you ask me. Give it an all grade at B. And Kyle Fletcher won is the right outcome. You know, you're not going to have Kyle Fletcher losing a first round match of the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. I mean, we love Mark Briscoe. Don't get me wrong. We love Mark Briscoe on this podcast. But he was never going to be going far in this tournament whatsoever, if you ask me. B is your grade. Moving on to Bandido. He defeats Chris Jericho to win the Ring of Honor World Championship. B- is your grade only because it's not lower. It's because Bandido won the freaking match and beat Chris Jericho and end the Reign of Terror the Learning Tree was on. Then the Reign of Terror, Chris Jericho was going to the Ring of Honor World Championship. Not that I care about the Ring of Honor World Championship. I don't care about Ring of Honor year 2025. I just don't care. I don't care for Ring of Honor 2025. But Bandido is the right outcome being Chris Jericho. It was actually a mask versus title match. He was not going to lose his mask, dude. Let's be real. He was never going to lose his mask. Could I run it back maybe with the next ROH pay-per-view? Probably, but I just don't see a need for that. If just get a title right back to Chris Jericho, a 3-time Ring of Honor World Champion. That'd be so freaking stupid if you ask me. B- is your grade. I would love the one for Bandido, though, big time. B- is your grade, though. Moving on to Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby! Not in the mood to laugh, honestly. I mean, I kind of just there, we get the point. Moving on to Adam Cole. He defeats Daniel Garcia to retain the win for retain. Let's try it again. Adam Cole defeats Daniel Garcia to win their AEW TNT Championship. This also gets on grade, but B like Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. I was kind of shocked by this. I was not thinking Adam Cole was going to win the TNT Championship. I was really questioning his big-time booking last night on the podcast. I was just like, what was Tony Khan doing to Adam Cole? But then again, he had a plan, but at least some sort. I'm not going to think it was long-term, honestly. But Adam Cole defeats Daniel Garcia to win the TNT Championship. I feel like that's the right outcome. Even though I predicted Garcia to win the match, I feel like he was going to win it, honestly. Not that I wanted to win against being pinned Adam Cole, but that's a different story for another day. But Adam Cole gets the win, and he's now the AEW TNT champion. It's a pretty good match, of all honesty, as well. Give it a B. Oh my god, this is such a long-ass pay-per-view, dude. Why is this so long, man? I couldn't put Daniel Cole and Garcia on Dynamite. You couldn't have Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe on Dynamite. But no, we gotta have 10, 15, 20 million freaking matches on this show last night. 20 million is obviously a slight exaggeration. Just slight, right? No, I'm joking. Moving on to Kenny Omega. The match I did think they needed to deserve pay-per-view worthy. Kenny Omega defeats SpeedBall Mike Bailey and Ricochet to retain the AEW International Championship. And after the match, Kazuchika Okada, the reigning defending AEW Continental Champion, appears basically teasing a title versus title match with potential unifications for both the AEW Continental and International Championships, Okada and Omega for sure as well. This was a very, very fun match between the three men, especially for Okada, Omega, Mike Bailey, and also Ricochet. This was freaking the best match of the night. Best match of the night for sure. I prefer it slightly better than Ospreay and Kevin Knight. But you know, it's A- and an A is pretty fun grades, if you ask me. This is a banger of a match. Best thing on the freaking show. Best thing on the show, big time. And there's your match. Maybe you do a double or nothing now. Maybe not. It's all in Texas. I prefer doing it all in Texas with Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada in their final match together, and potentially big time implications for both the Continental Championship and International Championship, respectively. In a unification match, that should be a freaking all-in match, if you ask me. They can do a double nothing, yes they can, but I prefer all-in, if you ask me. But who I am, no. I can't complain about Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada in 2025. I can't complain, honestly. It could still grade an A. This is a very fun triple threat match. I urge you to go check this out with a few bright spots in the show last night. A is your great. Oh my god, I can't freaking finish out freaking voice crack. A is your great, seeing Omega, Bailey, and Ricochet, also Okada involved as well. Very fun match. A is your great, best thing of the night. We go from the best things to by far the worst thing on planet Earth that could have absolutely happened last night in the main event of AEW Dynasty. Jon Moxley defeats Swerve Strickland, sadly, to retain the AEW World Championship thanks to the freaking Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, to cost or Swerve the match. By the way, Hangman Adam Page came out. He did help Swerve, which I thought for the game gave Swerve the win, but no. God for freaking bid. We got the freaking Young Bucks ruining another freaking match. Oh my god, man. Tony Khan, what are you doing? Just because the Death Riders are, and by the way, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, I can't even call him, let's call him Matt and Nick Jackson. I can't say Matthew and Nicholas Jackson in the name. What the hell? Matt and Nick Jackson are EVPs in AEW, and the Death Riders, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac, and Marina Shafir as well, are trying to take over AEW by taking out a lot of different guys and gals. You would think the Young Bucks have a problem with that, right? No, they don't, I guess. They apparently love what's going on with the Death Riders. They apparently love what's going on, dude. So much like, hey, let's help you guys. Let's help you take on AEW. Or try to fit AEW. Or to fix it, to fix AEW for the worst. Such a freaking dumb decision, dude. What are we freaking doing here? And the match sucked. I don't care how much people say, oh, the match was so good. Oh, and the outcome. No, the match sucked too. The match is... Jon Moxley should not be world champion in 2025. He should not. This match freaking sucked. And the outcome sucked. And one of the worst pay-per-view endings... And you saw one last month in AEW, Coleman Man himself, Adam Copeland, and Jon Moxley, or Christian Cage involved. And now he goes to freaking a month later. They double up themselves to even worse of a main event. Oh my god, man. I can't. I love this company. I love AEW. My favorite fucking wrestlers in this company, Mercedes Moné. Dude, what are we fucking doing here? What are we doing? This is not how you do your main event in your Dynasty pay-per-view. I don't care if it's not a big-time one. I don't care, dude. I don't care if you got Double or Nothing coming up. I don't care if they have All in Texas coming up. I don't fucking care. You don't do this for any pay-per-view. Not even Stomping Grounds you should do this for. Okay, maybe Stomping Grounds. This is a different story. Or W, you don't know about that. Go look up in 2019 Stomping Grounds. One of the worst pay-per-views of all time. This might be up there. At least the main event, honestly. A big fat fucking F. What are we freaking doing? The match was awful, the outcome was awful, and logic gaps all over the freaking place. This sucked. This freaking sucked. Oh my god, man. I can go another freaking probably an hour about this. So my voice is freaking shot. You can probably tell if I tell the whole freaking show. Big fat F to end your show. Nice, Tony. Bet you should pay-per-view nonetheless. Freaking nice, dude. I said in my podcast last night. Or yesterday in general. If Swerve Strickland is not going to win the championship until last night, which he obviously didn't, expect a big-time rant in the next Dynasty review. And lo and behold, I was a man of my word and staying up to that promise. This is a big rant, and it need to be fucking said. I'm tired for so many F-bombs to do on the podcast. I don't like doing a lot on YouTube. I put dedicated videos. But this need to be freaking said. This main event was awful, and all awfulness in general. This show freaking sucked. Or this pay-per-view sucked in general. What are we fucking doing, bro? Big fat F to end your pay-per-view main event. Nice, Tony. Nice. Nice. That's your overall pay-per-view show. You know, give it a B-. Which means your overall still stands as this. The best show is tied for a two-way tie with Monday Night Raw from March 31st, 2025, and NXT April 1st, 2025. Over give it a B. Tony Khan, your pay-per-view got outdue by an overall show grade of a B by a developmental brand. What do you got to feel about that, bro? What do you feel about that? Freaking insane. If I hear someone knocking on my freaking garbage can outside from my neighbors, I'm sorry if you hear that, honestly. This is the last place is a three-way tie. AEW Dynamite, April 2nd, 2025. Yo, Tony, your show got both your television show and pay-per-view got outdue by a developmental brand. What you gotta say about that, bro? Nothing? Go figure. Dynamite, April 2nd, 2025. Friday Night SmackDown, April 4th, 2025. And AEW Dynasty 2025 on rate of B-. My God, bro. Your pay-per-view and your regular television show got outdue by an overall show grade by a developmental brand, Tony Khan. And I'm a fair critiquer, I really am. This main event freaking sucked. You know, if this was like a B+, honestly, the main event, it would have been tied at least for your NXT, for your pay-per-view. But no, you gotta make a fucking one of the worst main events of all time. B- your overall show grade for Dynasty. And that's your overall show stands for this week. Thank y'all for watching. No, Mr. Lucas, AEW Dynasty 2025 review. I still can't believe Swerve Strickland did not win that match. And the freaking Young Bucks, I woke up and I saw my phone. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. They had Young Bucks help Jon Moxley. What the flying hell is coming to this company in AEW in 2025? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's your Dynasty review for 2025. This segment only went 21 minutes. You're probably your whole show. It's like 28 minutes long. I'm sorry, dude. I like my crazy lunatic. But this rant need to be freaking said. It need to be said. That's your Dynasty review for 2025, man. And thank y'all for watching this video, this podcast for AEW Dynasty 2025 review. Could be in April. What's today's April 7th, 2025. I catch y'all tomorrow. It's not gonna be YouTube videos today. My voice is too shot. My voice is too shot big time. Thank y'all for watching Dynasty. Don't forget to review this year 2025. Catch y'all tomorrow for more content. No, Mr. Lucas. We read Monday Night Raw, April 7th, 2025. Back to 8 p.m. This show starts. And on Netflix, obviously, the first week was 3 p.m. The second week, 4 p.m. Now it's back to 3 p.m. Now it's back to 8 p.m. a week later after that. So till Monday Night Raw review of it tomorrow for April 7th, 2025. Please, remember to take care. Love you all big time, to say the least.